Good evening all your blues, welcome back to the AG Chelsea TV channel. In this video, we'll find out the latest news about Chelsea FC. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update. Chelsea's present multi-million offer to Ancelotti as a long-term and Maresca doubts emerge. Chelsea are reportedly preparing an irresistible economic proposal to former manager Carlo Ancelotti as the Blues bosses have doubts over Enzo Maresca's long-term suitability. Maresca replaced Mauricio Pochettino at Stamford Bridge in the summer after a number of interviews with alternatives led the Blues to plump for the Italian, who led Leicester to the championship title last season. The 45-year-old, who previously worked under Pep Guardiola at Manchester City, got off to an excellent start at Chelsea, who were just 2 points behind Liverpool at Christmas and tipped for a title challenge. But things have gone stale since. They remain very much in the race for Champions League qualification, currently sitting fourth in the Premier League, and are through to the Conference League quarter-finals, having overcome Copenhagen. But just 4 wins in their last 12 league games has ramped up the pressure on Maresca. Much of that pressure is coming from the fans, who aren't just frustrated by the results, but also the style of football at Stamford Bridge. Asked about the jeers from the fans during the 1-0 win over Leicester as Enzo Fernandez passed the ball backwards with options ahead of him, Maresca bit back and made his philosophy clear. Fernandez knows that if he doesn't play back, I will change him, Maresca said. Previous reports have suggested Todd Boehly, Bedadik Bali, and the rest of the Chelsea bosses are committed to Maresca and are pleased with the job he's doing, but Fitch's claim they are exploring other options amid a doubt about his ability to lead the long-term project. One of those other options is Carlo Ancelotti, who won the double as Chelsea boss in the 2009-2010 season and is one of the most decorated managers in world football, winning 5 Champions League titles with AC Milan and Real Madrid, the report states. From Stamford Bridge, they would be willing to present a multi-million-dollar offer to tempt the Italian coach to return to the club, where he already had a successful step in the past. However, the main step for this operation to materialize lies in the intentions of Ancelotti himself, who has repeatedly expressed his desire to retire after his second stage at Real Madrid. Chelsea, however, is confident that an ambitious sports project, added to an irresistible economic proposal, can make him change his mind. At the moment, everything depends on what happens in the coming months with Madrid, where the coach still has the possibility of sealing his continuity if he manages to lift an important trophy. Man City target set to join Chelsea. Fabrizio Romano reported Friday that Chelsea has reached an agreement to sign Quenda, edging out the competition. The young talent has already completed his medical after a secret trip and is set to join the club in 2026. Chelsea finalized the deal with Sporting, and Quenda has given his approval to the club's project and Enzo Maresca's plans, according to a previous report from Foot Mercato. PSG, Manchester City, and United are all monitoring Quenda from Sporting Lisbon. United's interest is particularly notable, as new manager Ruben Amorim, who previously coached Sporting, is keen to reunite with the 17-year-old. The Athletic recently reported that Amorim had urged United to make a serious push for the teenager this summer. Quenda is expected to cost around €40 million, and United's new leadership appears determined to win the race against PSG for the highly rated prospect. However, Quenda's contract includes an £83 million release clause, which Sporting would likely demand for the player. David Ornstein, a trusted journalist, explained why Quenda would join Chelsea instead of Manchester United by pointing to the numbers. The Athletic reporter noted that Manchester United was only willing to offer around €40 million, while Chelsea has agreed to pay between €45 million and €50 million. However, according to Romano, there's another key reason why Quenda is headed to London and not Manchester or any other club. There is a crucial point, said Romano on his YouTube channel. Geovany Quenda will join Chelsea in the summer of 2026, so not now, upcoming summer, but letting the player stay at Sporting for one more season. This is a crucial topic in the conversations club to club, because Man United wanted Quenda to join the club immediately. He was considered an important part of the conversation for Ruben Amorim in this upcoming summer window. Chelsea have Willian Estevo and Kendry Porres coming to the club. Of course, these are different players with different skills, but still offensive players. Chelsea already have many players in those positions, and so they are willing to accept Sporting's condition, let Sporting have the player for one more season in order to anticipate other clubs and sign Geovany Quenda. Enzo Fernandez on the transfer radar again. As rumors heat up this month, there is talk of Real Madrid angling for a possible swap deal for Enzo Fernandez for the upcoming transfer window at the end of the season. After winning the 2022 World Cup, Enzo Fernandez made headlines by claiming the tournament's Young Player Award. In the transfer window that followed, Chelsea secured his signing for £106 million on a contract running until 2032. Enzo has also stepped in as the club's vice-captain in the absence of Reece James, who has missed most of the 2024-25 season due to injuries. However, he has been somewhat under the radar lately, despite Chelsea firmly shutting down speculation about parting ways with the Argentine midfielder. Some say he has been Chelsea's best player in recent matches, with others claiming he is not quite good enough. The latest links to Fernandez come from La Liga giants Real Madrid, who have already added Kylian Mbappe and Jude Bellingham to a star-studded squad, arguably one of the strongest on paper. According to Team Talk, Madrid were in discussions over a potential swap deal involving Aurelien Tchouameni. The French midfielder is no stranger to Chelsea, having previously been on their radar in 2022 before Madrid ultimately secured his signing. While reports conflict regarding Fernandez's own stance on the situation, the only certainty is that Maresca wants to keep him in his squad. With 5 goals and 9 assists this season, and being one of the most used players in Enzo Maresca's Chelsea squad, it was no surprise that the club was determined to keep him, especially given their poor track record of signing players for hefty fees and later selling them at a loss. Enzo Maresca wants Chelsea to fight for titles again. Enzo Maresca believes Chelsea can narrow the gap to rivals Arsenal with a win this weekend, but wants his team to take things one game at a time. As he spoke to the media ahead of Sunday's derby, the Blues are looking to cap off a successful week after progressing to the next round of the UEFA Conference League, as they defeated FC Copenhagen by an aggregate score of 3-1 on Thursday. Here is everything Maresca had to say in his press conference. Mikel Arteta's side have picked up just 2 points from their last 3 Premier League matches. Chelsea have turned a corner with back-to-back wins against Southampton and Leicester City, closing the gap with the Gunners to just 6 points. A win for the Blues would reduce the gap to 3, but this is easier said than done. Arsenal were 5-0 winners in this fixture last season, while Maresca fought to earn a point against Arteta back in November. The Italian was wary of the challenge, reiterating the tight points race between the clubs at the top of the table. They can also be 9 points ahead. We are not focused on if they can be 3, or 9, or 6. We are focused on how we can do our game and try to beat them, and then hopefully we can be more close. For Arsenal, our plan is to control the game, but they are also a team who will try to press high and be aggressive, so probably we will have more room to attack in behind. Chelsea's goalkeeping dilemma also seems to have been settled, with Maresca revealing who will start between the sticks for Sunday's game. It will be Robert Sanchez. Since we started, the idea was not to change goalkeepers, but sometimes you have to modify, you have to be flexible with your players. And that's the end of today's video. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss daily update from my channel.